Hello, good afternoon dear kids. This is for class 7 exercise 3A continued, that is your exercise was rational numbers. So the next topic we'll be dealing under the same will be comparing rational numbers. As is given in question number 7, we need to compare between two rational numbers. So question number 7.1 we have here is minus 9 by 20 and 7 divided by minus 20. So for the next step, what we can do is take the negative 20 of the second term, that is the second fractional form, to the numerator. So as soon as we take the second negative term to the numerator, we have minus 9 divided by 20 and minus 7 divided by 20 to compare. So since both the fractions, they are like fractions, so we can just directly by looking at the numerator tell which one is greater and which one is smaller. So as we know, greater the negative number, less is its value, so minus 9 is less than minus 7. And similarly, question number 2 we have here is 2 by 7 and minus 5 divided by minus 7. So the negative signs of the second term in the numerator and denominator, they can be cancelled. So after that, after cancelling the negative signs, we got the second step 2 by 7 and 5 by 7. Again, what we have here is both the fractions as like fractions, and as you know that we can compare the numerators directly. So 2 and 5 is obviously greater than 2, so it is minus 2 by 7. It is 2 by 7 is less than 5 by 7. So for question number 3 we have here is 17 divided by minus 4 and minus 1. Now here the problem comes, what is the problem? Main problem in here is the second term, it doesn't have any denominator. So we know that whenever a number doesn't have any denominator, we know that the denominator is 1. So what you can do in the second term is convert both the fractions to like fractions. And how will you do that? By taking the LCM of the denominators. If you take LCM of the first term, that is 4, and if you take the LCM the first term and the second term, the denominators, you got 4 and 1, so the LCM will be obviously 4. So the first term in here, it will remain as minus 17 divided by 4. As we know the negative sign, we can take it to the numerator. So I have taken negative sign to the numerator, so it is, the first term is minus 17 divided by 4, and the second term we have is minus 1 by 4, 1 into 4 divided by 1 into 4. So after that, the third step, what we got is minus 17 divided by 4 and minus 4 divided by 4. Now what we have done here is we have converted both the fractions to like fractions, and the numerators we have is minus 17 and minus 4. So comparing the numerators, we got what we get to see is minus 4 is greater than minus 17. And the fourth one is your homework. The next question we have here is about representing rational numbers on a number line. The next question. So we have in question number 8.2, the rational numbers are given as 2, second one in the mixed fractional form 2 1 by 3, third one again mixed fractional form negative integer minus 2 2 by 3, fourth one is 0, and the fifth one again a negative term minus 2 1 by 3. So we know that mixed fractions we cannot operate on mixed fractions, so we need to convert mixed fractions to improper fractions first. So what I have done here is converted the second term to 7 by 3, third term to minus 8 by 3, and the fifth term to 7 divided by 3. Now what I got to see here is all the terms, they have the similar denominator, that is 3, except for the first term. The first term doesn't have any denominator, so we know that its denominator is 1. So again what we need to do is convert all the fractions to like fractions. How will you do that? Again by taking the LCM. Since all the terms have 3 as denominator, so all we need to do is make 3 as the denominator for the first term. So you will have to multiply numerator and denominator with 3. So after multiplying it, what we got is the first term we got as 6 divided by 3, second term 7 divided by 3, third term as minus 8 by 3, fourth term we have 0, fifth term as minus 7 divided by 3. So now for representation of the rational numbers on a number line, what we know is the right hand side consists of a positive integers, the left hand side consists of a negative integers, the midpoint is 0. So what I have done here is from the center towards right, the first point comes 1 by 3, second point 2 by 3, third point 3 by 3, and so on. Similarly, the left hand side from 0, the first point has minus 1 by 3, second point minus 2 by 3, third point minus 3 by 3, and so on. We know that the distance has to be equal for both the sides, that is the right hand side as well as the left hand side. So within the points, what we got is, we got our numbers as 6 divided by 3, the positive terms 6 divided by 3 and 7 divided by 3 on the right hand side from the 0, the positive integers, and the negative integers, negative terms minus 7 by 3 and minus 8 by 3 on the left hand side from the 0. So similarly, I hope you kids have understood. So similarly, number 1 will be your homework as well. Now the next thing we have here is arranging least to greatest. The rational numbers, what we need to do is we have to arrange, that is simple ascending to ascending order. So the first question, least to greatest ascending order. So the first question we have here is the rational number mixed fractionals form again. Number 3, 9, number 3, 1, 1 by 2, that is mixed fraction form, 0, third term minus 2, 3 divided by 4, and fourth term as 1, 5 divided by 6. So we know that mixed fractions, we cannot operate on mixed fractions. So what we have done here, I have converted mixed fraction to improper fraction again. 3 by 2, 0, minus 11 by 4, and the fourth term as 11 divided by 6. So the first term 3 by 2, second term 0, minus 11 by 4, and 11 by 6. What we get to see is all the three terms, they have different denominators, 2, 4, and 6. So what were we supposed to do again here is convert all the fractional forms to like fractions, so that it's easier for us to compare between the fractions. So what we will do is take the LCM of the denominators. So here I have taken LCM of 2, 4, and 6. So I've got LCM as 12. So now what I can do is convert all the denominators to 12. So the first term we have is the denominator, we got 2. So in order to make 2 to 12, we need to multiply it with 6. The same number has to be multiplied in the numerator as well because of the equivalent fractions. So similarly, for the second term will remain as it is because it's a 0, and the third term 4 into 3, the same term again multiplied in the numerator as well, minus 11 into 3. Similarly, the fourth term 6 into 2 and 11 into 2. So after multiplying, what we got is, we got the first term as 18 divided 12, second term will remain as 0, third term we have as minus 33 by 12, and the fourth term we got as 22 divided by 12. So now, so far what we have done here is converted all the denominators to 12 and converted all the fractional forms to like fractions, so that it's easier for us to compare now. So arranging least to greatest, what we have here is the third term we got a negative term, so it is the smallest one, so it comes first. So minus 3 divided by 12. Secondly we have a 0, so 0 comes second. Third we got 18 divided by 12, and fourth we got 22 divided by 12. So since these terms were not given in the question, so finally what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to write the original terms as well. So original terms are minus 2 divided by 3, that is the first term, minus 33 by 12, the original term is minus 2 divided by 3, second term 0, it's 0 as it is, third term 18 divided by 12, the original term for 18 divided by 12 was 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and the fourth term 22 by 12, again 5 by 6, 5 by 6. So I hope you kids have understood. And the fifth one, so for the fourth one, again question number 4, we have, what we have is we got fractional forms as well as decimal forms and again we need to do the same thing, that is arrange them in the order from least to greatest, that is simple ascending order. So again this one also is a rational number, because the decimals, as you know, they can be converted to fractional forms as well, and the fractional forms, they can be converted to decimal forms as well. So the second type, what we can do here is simply convert, since question number the first term and the last term, they are in decimals, so what we can do is we can simply convert the fractional forms to the decimal forms, so that it's easier for us to compare. So what I have done here is the second term, again the mixed fraction can be converted to, it cannot be operated directly, so converted to improper fraction. Again the third mixed fraction converted to improper fraction. The fourth term here we have is a negative term as well as in the decimal form, so it remains as it is. So what I've done here on the third line is I've converted minus 13 by 8 to its decimal form. How have I done that? Simple division of 13 divided by 8. So after division, what data I got is 1.625. So in place of 13 divided by 8, I can write 1.625, since it's a negative integer, so minus 1.625. Similarly, the third term, if you divide it, you'll get minus 1.6. So, and the fourth term remains as it is. So after this, what we got is we got all the terms in the decimal form. Now it will be easier for us to compare. And what do I see here again is the digits after the decimals. We got somewhere we got 2 digits, somewhere we got 3 digits, somewhere 1 digits. So what we can do is, as you know, that after decimal we can add zeros as much as we want. So in order to make all the terms with exact number, same number of digits, so I have placed a 0 in the first term. That is, the first term I have added 1 0 and made it minus 1.650. Second term, it has already had 3 digits after the decimals, so I've kept it as it is. Third term, we have minus 1.6 and I have added 2 more zeros. So the fourth term, minus 1.6429. Now from here, what we can do is we can simply arrange from least to greatest just by looking at the terms. Since all the terms, they are negative terms, so we know that greater the negative term, less is its value. So the greatest negative term in here is minus 1.650, so it is the smallest one. So it is the least to greatest. The order is minus 1.650, second term minus 1.649, third term we have is minus 1.625, and the fourth term we got is minus 1.600. Again, the same terms were not given in the question, so we need to write the original terms at the end of our answer. So the original terms in here is minus 1.65 for the first term, second term as it is minus 1.649, third term a mixed fractional form minus 5 divided by 8, and the fourth term, that is minus 1.600, again in the mixed fractional form. It was given in the question as minus 3 divided by 5. So I hope you kids have understood, and question number 1 and 2 will be your homework, and 5 and 6 also will be your homework. The hint for 5 and 6 will be, first convert them into absolute values. Whatever the values are given out there, they are given in the modulus form within the brackets. That is, first of all you need to convert those terms into its absolute values and then go for arrangement of the terms. If they are given in the fractional form, same thing, what you can do is convert the fractions to like fractions and then arrange the fractions from least to greatest. Or if it is given in the fraction decimal form, what you can do is you can simply divide the terms, convert all the terms to decimal terms, and then you can arrange the terms from least to greatest. But remember to write your answer in the original terms at the end of your answer. Okay, so hope you kids have understood. So we'll end here. Thank you. Have a great day ahead and stay safe.